Good evening, one and all. Welcome back to the Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee. Right, well, how have we done today then? How has my back form system performed? Well, it's performed okay. We had a great start to the day. To any newcomers, welcome aboard. I do a summary of the results every night, good or bad. And I put the results on I put the tips on a night time or in the morning for the following day. And I also do a busy punters tips, which is around about 1.5 minutes long, just listing them all. But if you need the details, then you need to watch the main video. Anyway, this is your results one, so welcome aboard. So how did we do? Well, we started off, as I said, in the Plumpton 220 with a winner straight off. Now, the price really varied on this. Now, I didn't get my bets on this morning until near enough 8:15. And I got 19 to 2 for this, which I thought was a good price. But a couple of you messaged me today saying you got 16 to 1 for it. So well done for that. And that was Goodwin. It won at 8 to 1 SP. I did a video, of course, this morning on best odds guaranteed. I got 9.5 to 1 for it. I was delighted with that. But well done, the two messaged me with the 16 to 1. Very well done indeed on that one. And it did look a good horse, it really did. And it only had a rating of £8 below its best official rating, so did very well, yes, with a claimer on board of £3, but very good on that rating. Right, moving on to the 340. Well, we nearly won again. Swinging London was beaten by a head in the very final strides of the race at 15 to 2, so it ended up finishing second, but as I said, beaten by a head in the very last few strides of the race. So we could have had 2 out of 2 there, good prices. Second, but 15 to 2, Swinging London second, but my God, so close to a winner. Then we moved on to 4 o'clock. At Exeter. Not a lot of races there because there were so many I couldn't do because they had unexposed horses. I can't rate horses that don't have an official rating, and it's basically you're playing with fire if you try to do it. And I've done it for a long time trying to do it. It doesn't work. Well, this is more consistent, and that's the idea of this channel now, is to get some more consistency. And for the last 4 days we've had it. We've had the consistency. So the 4 o'clock, I'm very disappointed with this race, I'll be honest, because we had 2 in it. Now, to be honest, I love you, Savola, 50 to 1. I took this morning, it was obviously went out to 66. So I'd have got the 66 would have come in. I didn't expect it to come in. I just wanted to see how it was going to do today. Well, it didn't do anything really. It didn't finish bottom, but it finished second bottom. But it was on a rating of what, 18? Yeah, rating of 18, then with a £5 claim of 23. Based on today's performance and the distance from that to the winner, you're looking, it's got to be over 30 really before that becomes competitive. But that would be 30 with a claimer. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one, because I just have this inkling that sometime this year that's going to win at a really good price. But in the same race we had Kingston Gent, and I'll tell you something now, there's been some money gone on that horse today, because I got 8 to 1 for that this morning, and it actually went off at some ridiculous 3 to 1 price, and now it finished 6th, but a lot of people have lost some money on that today, because it was heavily gambled on, and which is not good on safer gambling week. I just thought I'd remind people of that. But Kingston Gent will come. It will come again. It was only off £3 below its best ever today with £3 claimers. That's £6 in a sense. It's only going to need to get about 10 or 11, and that would be extremely competitive. So disappointing with the 4 o'clock at Exeter. But we moved on. We'd had a good first 2, so we were okay with that. And then we moved on to Newcastle tonight, 6:10 at Newcastle. Now that was disappointing. I really was disappointed with this, because Orne seemed to be quite popular with tipsters, not maybe online tipsters, but tipsters through the papers and things like that. It was quite a popular choice, this one. for at least a place. And looking at the ratings of £22, and with the claimer as well on top of that, so 25, I thought it was in with a bloody big shout. It didn't come in, and it finished well down the order. So disappointed with Orn, but I'm sure based on that, it's not going to need much else. And it might have just been an off day for Orn. You know, these things happen, don't they? Horses are not robots. They're not machines. They're animals. They're real life animals that have bad days just like we do. You know, they have a little bit of an off day, but it can't be identified by the trainer and that, and just didn't want to do it today because it's bloody cool, isn't it? Anyway, moving on to 6:40. Now, this was a good race. There was 2 in this race, and I thought, I hope it's not going to be as bad as the last one we had 2 in. Well, it wasn't. We had a good third place at 12-1 in Donna Nook. Now, the reason why I did 2 in this race was the main one was Elsie's Rouen. Now, because that had nothing on the ground, it had just never achieved anything on the ground, I thought, no, I'm going to have a look at the second best choice, and that was Donna Nook. Well, Donna Nook come third at 12-1, a really good price. Now, I've got 15-2 for that this morning, but of course, when you do best odds guaranteed, you get the best odds. So I got the 12-1 for it, and that's why I keep pushing the best odds. So today, overall, I'll finish off with our absent friends in the 7-10. Now, some of you will have got this as a place because there was 4 places with certain bookies. I didn't, because I really fancied this to win and certainly make the frame in the top 3. And I'm not bothered in the slightest that I've missed out on it. It was about 7-1 or something like that, wasn't it? So it was barely going to get your money back anyway on an each way bet. But no, I'd said this morning on that video about the best odds guaranteed that I don't think most of the time the extra places are worth it, really. You're losing out on some good odds, and if you haven't to rely on a 4th, 5th or a 6th place, then you haven't got a lot of confidence in your selection. I had a lot of confidence in that selection today and was very confident it would finish in the top 3. It didn't, but as I say, that's horse racing. I will always go with pretty much best odds guarantee because I just think it's worth it. I get so much more reward from that than I've ever done for extra places. So overall, we had 6 races. We had a winner at 19-2 that I had, best odds guarantee, but as I said, some of you had 16 for it. And then we had a second, nearly a first it was, at 15-2, which was swinging London. And then we had a good third at 12-1. And like I say, some of you will have had our absent friends as 4th. It really should have performed much better than that today, to be fair. And that's it. So has it been a good day? Yes, it's been a good day. I'm up. We've had now 4 pretty consistently decent days in a row. And I've got to be happy with that now. I have picked tomorrow's horse out. I've done it over the last few hours. I'll be back in about an hour, about 9 o'clock, and I'll put tomorrow's tips on. I've just got to finalise them, have a quick check through them. It looks like we're going to have around about 7 or 8 tomorrow, but then there's something possibly added to that, which I'll discuss with you a little bit later. So goodbye for now. Thanks for watching the Horse Racing Enthusiast straight talking results analysis on Teesside Ste&Dee.